Well, hey everyone, I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist, life and health coach, and tonight I'm going to talk about how to make the transition from unhealthy to healthy. And that's one of the first things I teach people in my challenge is you got to have the right mindset. So here's what mindset is all about. It's about believing that you can do it, that you want to do it, that you need to do it, and that you have the support that you need to move forward to it. Because I've helped over 800 people, and here's what I hear so often: I'm just not sure if I'm ready. And sometimes you're not. And that's why I talk to people before I let them into my challenge, because I want to make sure they're ready, because the last thing I want is for them to have a failure. Because a failure could mean that they're just going to keep doing the same thing, or maybe they're going to say, well, I'm just fat and that's just how I'm going to be the rest of my life. And that is a life or death situation. It really is, especially when you think about 88% of Americans are not healthy. They're not healthy. And what does that mean? It means they have disease. They go to the doctor. They spend money on medicine. They don't feel good. They feel tired. They have pain. Everything is breaking down. I mean, that's what aging is all about. But when you're unhealthy, when you've got toxins in your body, your vision is going to go bad. Your hearing is going to go bad. Your brain's going to go down. Your heart, your liver, your lungs, and especially with COVID lurking. I mean, yeah, we think we're over COVID, but we just don't know what's ahead. So if you're going to go on a trip, you gotta have your ticket. And if it's overseas, you gotta have your passport. So you're taking this trip to the rest of your life, okay? It's your end of life experience, whether it's next week, a month from now, a year from now. And I think about at 65, I am prepared for whatever is ahead, okay? And I do that every day. And that's why I got a coach. That's why I learn what to do. And that's why I coach other people. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that maybe will help you decide if you're ready and what you might could change that would get you ready. Okay? All right. So here we go. I'm going to talk about how to make the transition. So from addiction, really it's food addiction. Most people, when they join my challenge, they say, but I'm addicted to sugar. I'm like, or bread or whatever, or the carbs, okay? So from addiction to freedom, that's what we really want, is food freedom. I have food freedom. I don't let food determine my life, okay? Everything's not revolving around food. In fact, most days, I fast most of the day. Most of my clients do that. And then we eat good, healthy food. Hey, Ann, I hope you're having a better day. Hey, Martha. Let's see who else is watching. I think I saw Brandy and I saw Tanya, and I'm not sure who else, but thank you for joining me. All right. So number one thing I encourage people to do is you got to know how to talk to yourself. You got to have those morning affirmations. You got to say, I'm a healthy person. And when you wake up in the morning, whatever the instructions are that are coming from your coach or from the app on your phone that you're going to have, you got to be saying that to yourself. Because if you're saying this, oh, I'm really hungry, or oh, I don't know if this will work, or oh, I'd really love to have a waffle or a pancake or a whatever it is. If you're saying that, you're not going to be successful. So you got to start with your affirmations in the morning of what is the truth and saying, I'm a healthy person. And what do healthy people do? They eat healthy things. All right, so that's number one. Number two, I'm going to suggest that you use MCT oil or some kind of exogenous ketones, because what that's going to do is going to help your body get in ketosis, stay in ketosis. It's going to give you energy, because ketones actually, MCTO actually goes right to your digestive system and goes into your cell. It doesn't have to go through, it bypasses the liver and other places. So it's an automatic fuel. And so I use it every morning and sometimes around lunchtime too, depending on how I'm feeling. Okay. All right. Number 3, you have to know what charges you, what keeps you going. And so for me, it's a long walk. And I heard a podcast today by a woman that is an addiction specialist. She's an addictionologist. And she said what they do with this is drug addiction, but it's also food addiction, is we do LSD walks. And now I don't mean LSD like the drug, but LSD, so long, slow, distant walks. Those are walks that where you go for a walk, you walk slow, you're breathing, you're incorporating breathing. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but it's not running. It's just a time to calm down and think about what you're thinking about and reinvigorate yourself. So I want to encourage you to do that. Okay. So it can be grounding. Grounding is one thing that energizes me. And what is grounding? It's walking outside barefooted. The other thing is music, just listening to music. Yesterday morning I woke up and I had a spirit of heaviness. Actually, it was Monday morning. I had a spirit of heaviness and I immediately turned on that music, put on a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. And I actually led a dance with my group that are in my challenge, and we danced to that song, and it was a lot of fun. So you got to have fun, you got to laugh, you can't make this a dreaded thing. Okay. All right. Okay. So number 5, you gotta say, today I'm gonna do today. You can't go into the future. You can't wonder how it's gonna be tomorrow. You can't wonder. You have to stay in today. And even if it's just saying, okay, until lunchtime, I'm gonna fast. And then you think about what all's happening to your body while you're fasting. So many things are happening in your body. You're actually emptying your gut, because it takes about 12 hours for food to clear your gut. You're actually cleansing your body when you fast. Your body literally does autophagy, which is where it actually eats the fat that's stored on it. If you're not eating, then your body's going to burn that fat, and that's a wonderful, wonderful place to be. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have mental clarity, because your brain loves ketones. That's the fuel that your brain loves the most. So I just want to encourage you to do that. Okay. So number 6, you have to surround yourself with people that are successful at what you're trying to do. So whether it's drug addiction or food addiction or alcohol addiction or whatever it is, to do what you want to do that you haven't done before, you have to get in a group of people that have done it. And that's what I offer in my challenge, is the support to keep going and to know what to do on days when you're struggling. You know, I'm right here for you to ask me questions or to text me or whatever, and we encourage each other. We have a video app where we video and encourage each other. So I want to encourage you in that. And then number 7 is you have to change your story, all right? And I love to say you have to change your story to change your body, to change your life. And what does that mean? So what it means is you're the actor in the play of your life, and you've been reading from a script. And here's what that script sounds like. This little bit won't hurt. I'll start tomorrow. Well, I'm just a big person, or I don't think I can do it. I've tried everything, or my mama was diabetic, or my, heart disease is in my family. I've got Hashimoto's. I've got low thyroid. All of those things. Have you heard those stories before? Yes, you have. And how do I know that? Because I said them, and because all my clients say them. It's the same story. So you got to take that script like a piece of paper, tear it up, and write a new script. And that's what I teach you in the first 3 weeks of the challenge. I teach you how to write a new script. And once you start reading from that script, and one of those scripts is, I'm a healthy person, and healthy people do healthy things. And if you talk to any of my clients, they'll tell you they're not deprived. And they'll tell you when they fast, they literally feel good. Now, we don't start fasting right off the bat. You have to get in a few days and get your body fat adapted. But then we start fasting, and that's when you really start burning the fat. Okay, so I think that's all I want to say. Now, you do have to do some food prep. I mean, you got to have good food, all right? Because if you don't have it, you won't eat it. But if you have it, bad food, you're going to eat that too. So you have to purge your kitchen. I'm going to tell you how to do that. You're going to have to prep. But it's easy food. So like meat and vegetable, like a steak and broccoli, or like a pork chop and cabbage and maybe some slaw, or like a salad with some leftover steak on it, or like grilled chicken with mashed cauliflower and a salad, or some broccoli, or Brussels sprouts, or turnips, or mustard, or kale, or, you know, a kale salad, or deviled eggs, or egg salad, or there's so many, shrimp salad, chicken salad, so many good things you can have. But you got to know the right things. You got to know where to find the sugar. So you got to get that. You got to purge your pantry. All right. The other thing you got to do is you got to focus on your why. And this is really important. So what is your why? And here's what people will say. I want to get healthy. I want to feel better. I want to play with my grandchildren. Well, here's my question. Why do you want to feel better? When you feel better, what are you going to do? If you wait too long, even if you feel better, you won't be able to do. So at 65, I can do whatever I want to do. I feel so good every morning. I wake up with so much energy, and here I am at 8:30 at night, excuse me, feeling good. I walked out in the pollen today, and I've got a little scratchy throat, but other than that, I feel great. Even with the sore throat last weekend, I still felt good. I didn't feel bad. And it's because of how I feel my body. And I want to teach you that. That's what I'm going to teach you. So if you're ready to jump in, let me know. I'd love to offer it to you. Today I signed up a mother and a daughter, because the daughter's 14 and she's overweight and she's got PCOS. And we're going to change that. That's going to change. You can come off your medicine, your high blood pressure medicine. Just had a client yesterday. He called me and he said, you know, my blood pressure's changing. And I thought, oh goodness. He's like, no, it's going down. I'm on 3 medicines and I'm coming off of one of them and I'm cutting the other in half. So if you've seen my videos, you know what happens. You get off your medicines, you get off your stomach medicine, you get off your pain medicine, and you feel better. And that's what I want for you.